Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So today we're going to talk about the new Captain Marvel action figures. Here's the promo from the movie, and you can see how cool this movie's going to be. Even blonde flowing hair and everything. So let's get to the figures. So I went ahead and picked up a Captain Marvel, and here she is. And you look at the head, and the head does not really look that great. It's okay, but it's not spectacular. But the figure, it looks pretty cool. So we're going to figure out a way to make this a little better head than that one right there. So let's go ahead and get this open and find out what this figure is all about. I got my trusty blue-handled scissors here, as you've seen in many other videos. So let's cut that tape open, get this box open, and let's check out Captain Marvel. Now, for those who don't know, there's another Captain Marvel, which we call Shazam, which is the DC version. Now, this is obviously not about that. This is the Marvel version. There she is. Let's pop out her head and take a closer look at the paint job on this. Now, I was kind of hoping the blonde on it would be a little blonder, but that's okay. It's kind of a dirty blonde, kind of cool. But the eyes, there's just something strange about the eyes. You can see they're just not quite lined up just right, and the paint job just isn't that spectacular. But you can see it's got a large hole in the bottom, so it should be easily removable, which is why it has, obviously two heads in this box. Now, the masked head's pretty cool looking, if you like the masked look on the figure. And you can see here we have the ankle joint on the bottom. So that moves back and forth. We got our knee joint. We have a pivot or a twist at the thigh, and then of course the leg moves up at the hip. She has the mid crunch, shoulder move. Then we got the elbow, single jointed, and the wrist, and then of course the head, which then pops off, which we can stick on the other head without the mask. And it doesn't look that bad. There she is. So let's take a look at this other figure that I happened to find on the shelf right next to her. And this one, she's holding a cat. That's kind of cool. And she has her jacket on, but the head, I think, is a much better sculpt. So let's go ahead and get this one out, and let's get that head off and get it swapped out and see how it looks. So, open the box up. Get my trusty blue-handled scissors. Pop this figure out of there. And the first thing we have is the big arm for the Build-A-Figure. Let's just go ahead and set this aside. There it is. I'll probably be sticking that on eBay later for those who may be interested in it. And let's get her out of the box. Now, the cat, I think, is a really cool feature. That's going to work great for a lot of my scenes. I'll probably stick the cat with one of the Tila figures or something else. Kind of cool. But look at that head sculpt. Way better. Much cleaner paint job. I like the way the hair, this looks a lot cleaner. Let's get the rubber bands off this cat. And then we'll prepare this figure to take its head off. Let's just stick it in some hot water. Let it soak for a little bit. And while we're waiting, let's go ahead and pop this head off and get her ready to get that new head in there. Alright, well, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and look at some of the other accessories that came with this. So here's the cat that comes with the one with a jacket on. And for you cat fans, yes, it is a really cute cat. Look at that. Alright, let's take a look at the other parts in the box from the first figure. We have some extra hands that are straight. Now, I have kind of played with these figures a little bit, and I have found that both figures, the hands pop off. So you can actually swap them between all of them. And the hands are different to hold the cat than the hands that are on the Captain Marvel figure. The Captain Marvel figure comes with punch hands. Then we have slightly open hands for the cat, and then we have the flat open hands that came extra in the package. So if you get both figures, then you get 3 sets of hands. Check out the detailing on the back of that coat. Let's pop her head off there. And let's go ahead and stick it on top of the Captain Marvel without the coat. And I personally think that looks a whole lot better. So there she is. There's the comparison between the two. You can see just the paint job is so much better around the eyes than that other one. Now this jacket right here is actually kind of removable. Let's pop this head on here and see how this looks. little bit of a tight fit on there. But you can see the jacket actually pulls open. There's a shoulder movements or leg movements, same kind of articulation. And there's the jacket. And if you put her arms back, you can actually pull it off. But then, of course, her arms are brown, so it doesn't quite work right. And I have actually put the jacket on the other figure. It looks like she's wearing a brown vest. It's kind of cool looking. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next episode. Keep watching, subscribe, tell your friends about this channel, and thanks for watching.